What we do here is go back.
You are now listening to the Sports Lit Podcast with Shaheem Sutherland. Hey everyone, I'm Shaheem Sutherland, and if you're a first-time listener, welcome to the Sports Lit Podcast. If you're a regular listener, welcome back. Recently, I linked up with NFL players Sherrod Niesman, Brandon Bryant, and former college football player Chris Tyler. During the interview, we spoke about the Merry Maids Davie franchise, which they just opened up in Davie, Florida. We spoke about entrepreneurship and the similarities they see in running a business and playing football. Now, it's time for you guys to sit back, relax, and I hope you guys enjoy the interview. Hey, what's up, Brandon, Sherrod, and Chris? How you guys doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for welcoming me up here.
Thanks no problem, man. We appreciate you coming in.
Appreciate it. No problem. So how was the grand opening?
It went pretty good. We had a pretty good crowd out here. Brian Rowitz from ESPN 106.3 came out. A lot of family and friends. It was just a good event. The Chamber of Commerce came out. It was much better than we expected. So it was, good start to the business.
Did everything go well?
Everything went well. I got a chance to meet a lot of new faces. Seeing that I'm not from here, so linking up with some of the people that they are cool with turned out to be a great time.
What was the best part of the big day?
Just starting off new beginning. It was kind of like just a sense of fulfilling. Something we wanted to do. A lot of hard work to get to that point, and we just finally got the doors open and got to introduce ourselves to the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the best part to me was just the other franchisees in the area coming out, talking to us, giving us advice, so they got to see our office, how we got it set up, what's good about what we got set up, what we should change a little bit, just getting that advice from other successful franchisees in the area was good to know. So it was good to get in front of them, let them see our office space and how we got stuff set up and how we operate, and getting that feedback from them. So that was good.
So you guys, all the franchises, you guys all work together like as a team?
Somewhat, each business is individual business and different systems and everything, but we all have, a business model, Merry Maids, that we try to follow. And, some franchisees have their strengths and weaknesses. So, just talk to everybody and see what they're doing that's successful to them. And other people, what they wish they could work on or mistakes they made early on. And they're just passing it to us and, learning from it early so we don't make the same mistakes as those guys, or just attach ourselves to their success.
Yeah, we as far as revenue, that revenue they make don't benefit us. However, we operate in exclusive territory, so they can't go out of their territory and operate in ours, and we can't do the same with them. So it's easy for us to transfer information, what helps, what hurts, and the business aspect of it. And that's why we can relate those issues, because we not competing with the same customers. Our customers is exclusive to our territory, our region, and we only do services in that region or in the open region, which anyone can go into. But besides that, it's exclusive, so it helps. They can share whatever information they want. We can share whatever information we want to help them.
It definitely works for all of us to work as a team, because it's basically brand awareness. So if we're doing a good job in this area, people in the next area, we're going to benefit them because they're like, they're doing a great job. Let me join Merry Maids. And since we all work in exclusive territories, that brand awareness is spread out around the country, so everyone, could benefit from someone else doing well. So it's almost like a great team effort, but we just run it in our own way. So
that's good. So you guys have support whenever you guys accomplish something big like the grand opening.
Exactly.
yeah.
What made you guys want to open up a business?
Well, it's something we all talked about. We've known each other for quite some time. At least I know Sherrod for 6 years. I know Chris for going on like 11, 12 years. So something that we always talked about. We wanted to, be our own bosses. And, there's a few things in life like sports where you can compete. And that's what I think that drives me and drives these guys is competition. So it's other than sports, it's nothing more competitive than business. So, you know, that's just one of the things, you know, it's a great field to be in. You know, you just wake up every day with a purpose, and you know it's all on you. You know, if you don't do it, it doesn't get done. So that's, you know, that's one of the main things coming from my point of view.
Me, as far as the business, like servicing, we definitely want to open up a service. We like servicing the community. We provide jobs. We're, you know, providing services to people who sometimes necessarily can't get up and do these things themselves. So just us coming into their house is a big help to them, you know. So all around, I think just the service aspect of it is what I'm definitely in business for, you know. So that was a big thing for me.
Yeah, like you said, service is obviously business, and you want to be able to help as many people as possible. Either that's through the service that you're providing, or even providing jobs for a lot of people. That's one of the big reasons that I wanted to get into business. I've always wanted to be in business my whole life. So kind of after my avenue with playing sports was more so I wanted to be a businessman. So it's been an ongoing thing my whole life. Talked about it, bringing in ideas. So
because you guys are so familiar with each other, that's why you guys chose to become partners?
I think a lot of it, I mean, it was kind of organic. Like, since, like I said, I've been knowing Brandon for a very long time. So talking to him about, you know, just being business owners and being bosses or whatever, it kind of carried over through life. It was more something that kind of, the idea built up over time. And then as, you know, as we met Sherrod, he was also kind of in the same mindset. And so as everybody was kind of in their avenues in their own lives, being in business was something that we all kind of just was like, we should approach it. Like, we've been talking about it long enough. We've been talking about it for years and years and years. I think we're getting to that age where we can make, you know, actually kind of act on that thought. So it was a great opportunity for us all at the right time. It was almost like perfect timing. So.
What was the process that you guys had to go through to open up a business?
Well, first we had to get approved for the franchise. You know, we had, you know, simple things like show you have good credit, and talk to the operations staff and the manager and the COO and the, you know, the president of Service Master and Mary Maids, and then get approved, make sure it's the right fit. And then first, you know, we have to do our homework. So we're calling all the franchisees across the nation. There's over like 500 different franchisees across the nation in Canada and United Kingdom. So we got on the phone, we talked to dozens and dozens of existing franchisees, you know, to see if it was something we want to do. And each one of them, you know, each franchisee we talk to, you know, they, you know, three common things, you know, they have fun, you know, it's something they like to do, and, you know, obviously you get into business to, you know, to grow profitably, and that's, you know, something that, you know, we're able to do. And also, like Sherrod says, you know, to serve, so we want to be in service. So those are just things we're checking off our list. And then once we, you know, got down and we're talking to people with Mary Maids and we get to meeting everyone, you notice that, you know, unlike other franchises, everyone's together. Like, you know, it's a positive network of people where everyone's working together. So we can just pick up the phone call and, you know, they have the answer within minutes. So, you know, that was one of the positive things about, you know, this specific, you know, line of business, and Mary Maids in particular, that, you know, drew us, you know, to make that decision final.
Yeah, just to add to that, some of the things that went along with us starting it was the freedom that, you know, different franchisors, they don't give you the freedom to really open up, pick your location, pick, you know, a lot of things. With this franchise, we had the freedom to do a lot of that. We picked exactly where we wanted to go. Well, we chose our territory based on the open territories. We chose our office space. We chose this location. We can, you know, set up wherever we want within our territory. We chose to set up here. All this is handled outside of, you know, Mary Maids corporate. So this was all stuff that we got to do on our own. We picked this, you know, size building for what we'll be doing. And that was a big thing as well, the freedom of starting a business. Now we can go back and, you know, start a business without a brand at the time. You know, we're using Mary Maids brand now, but we can go back and start a business without the brand and be able to start up and be self-sufficient, because we've done everything from the ground up. And that's what Mary Maids gave us the opportunity to do, starting up. So that was good.
So I have a question about other business ventures, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because I heard you say now you know what to do besides Mary Maids. The whole process, that you guys went through or not, it looks, well, basically it sounds like you guys got your hands real dirty. Was it stressful at all, or?
I think it was more exciting. I wouldn't say it was stressful. I mean, there was a lot of things that you have to go through, a lot of hoops and people that you got to talk to, and a lot of like things that you have to pass. But as far as just like the opportunity to just say that you're going to be owning the business and going into that process of operating it for the first time, I mean, I think it was more so just exciting than it was, something that could be frustrating.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was more exciting and stressful. Of course, at times, school, everything, for the first time, feel a little overwhelming. But that's the perks of having a good team that you trust. And like we talk about this all the time. We all have, different strengths and weaknesses. So, different things that they're good at that I'm not good at. You work together and vice versa. And then also, just like another thing we try to do, pull what we learn from sports into it. We hold each other accountable. So we just make sure everything's getting done right on time. And just everything we need to work on, find a way to get it done.
To add to that, I mean, the reason why it probably wasn't frustrating throughout the process, because since we all do have different strengths, if there was something that he wasn't good at, he was good at, and if there was something that he wasn't good at, I was good at. So throughout the process, I mean, it made it kind of simple that we had a really good team in place. So.
Speaking of strengths, what roles do each of you guys play?
So, Chris, Chris was, he's worked at Enterprise and was a manager at Enterprise, so Chris is going to be, pretty much in charge of day activities and all those types of operations. And then me and Sherrod, pretty much just, getting in where we fit in and try to get as much done as we can, try to take as much off Chris' plate as we can. But, Sherrod's, he's good with numbers, he's got an engineering degree. Me, I'm not so good at numbers. I like to say I'm a people person. I like talk to people and do things like this.
This guy's a marketing. He's a marketing genius.
So yeah, I'll do things on the marketing side, and when I'm in town, away from the field, HR things, pretty much whatever we can do to help Chris. But those are things that we still in the works because we're still here. When we step away, our responsibilities will change, and it'll be geared towards more of Chris is running the show. We're helping him any way if we can.
What service does Mary Maids provide?
Well, Mary Maids is a residential cleaning company. So what we do is go into homes. We can kind of do businesses, but we're geared towards maintenance cleaning. So we go into homes on a regularly basis and upkeep homes. Not only go in for the first time and clean it when it hasn't been professionally cleaned in a while, but maintenance clean that home as well. So we'll come in every 2 weeks, every month, every, whatever based on your lifestyle, whatever your lifestyle demands, whatever your needs, demands, we'll go in and we'll meet those needs. We pretty much try to attain any needs that anyone needs done. Like we try to get that done. And then, but mostly for the most part, we come in and get it done on a regular basis. That's what we're supposed to be for, not just move-ins, move-outs, one-time things. We're geared towards going in on a regular basis, building a relationship with our clients, and getting the job done. So,
just to add on to what he was saying, and just our ultimate goal is just to make sure that we make your house look as brand new as possible. So as if you were going to sell it, we want to try to keep it as new as possible.
So kind of like a brand new car smell.
Yeah, every time. It's like going in for a brand new car. So the car wash, it's the house wash.
Why Davie?
So like Sherrod said, it's an exclusive territory deal with Mary Maids. We operate in exclusive territory, but we'll also serve Cooper City, Davie, like you said, parts of Hollywood and Dania Beach, and small sections of Pembroke Pines and Miramar. So, places like Boca Raton and Miami, they're already purchased, so we can't operate in those territories. So, Davie was one of the open areas that, after we did our homework, we figured this was where we wanted to set up shop, so pretty good welcoming area, the demographic and the age groups are, what we gear towards. So, it's a pretty good area to, set up shop for housekeeping.
Do Did you know what field you wanted your business to be in the beginning?
Nah, we didn't. We first went into looking. We first started looking. We were looking into franchising. So it started as broad as franchising, and then we kind of dug deeper. We went into the different levels of franchising. So you got franchises that offer a product, then franchises that offer a service. You know, we geared towards the service, and then it just got dumbed down from there. There's plenty of different services. We came across just by talking to different people that's, you know, into business, has been into business. We came down to residential house cleaning, looked into that, looked into many different, probably 5-6 different residential house cleaners, and you know, we eliminated a few, went down the line even more, and we ended up with Mary Mays.
What are your plans for your future with Mary Mays?
Well, obviously, you know, like we talked about earlier, the exclusive territories. So, you know, we want to go ahead and expand, grow, as wide and far as across South Florida as we can. You know, there's a couple existing franchisees who, they've, pretty tenured, and they're getting pretty old and they're ready to retire. So, obviously, we're looking to purchase those from them, and also, get, some of the open new territories. So, that'll just come with time. Once we, max out this territory, or, feel like, we're ready for more, piling on, then, we'll just expand. And on top of that, we just, bring our competitive nature over to business for sports. We obviously, like we said, we're a family within the Mary Mays family, but, we want to be known as, the best territory, in this area, and then, across the nation.
Sherrod, earlier you said, eventually you guys will do business ventures without the name Mary Mays.
Yeah.
What are those business ventures that you guys have in mind?
What I said was if we were to start a business from scratch, we know exactly how to do it.
Okay.
We're not necessarily already looking into anything at the moment. This is kind of a mission in itself, so we want to get this running efficiently, and once this get running efficiently, we can then branch off and do other things. First, we want to expand, like Brandon mentioned, so expanding comes with more tedious work as well. So once we get a hold of all that and we can get it running sufficiently and running on its own pretty much, then we'll look into venturing off in different businesses and different things. But right now, I couldn't even tell you, what we wanted to do or what we think about doing.
So I'm aware of all three of your athletic backgrounds and what you had to do to get where you reached athletically. For those who don't know, can you each share your story?
So I can go back as far as you want me to go. I can start at high school, or
Let's start from high school.
Okay, so high school, came in high school, a shrimp, 150-pound running back, ended up growing to a 240-pound linebacker. Always wanted to play at the University of Nebraska, and they wanted me to walk on. I didn't want to walk on, so went to junior college, and after junior college, ended up getting an offer to Florida Atlantic University, and then made the best out of FAU. Was a 4-year starter. Persevered through adversity, tore my ACL 2 times, and still managed to make it to the NFL. So, no regrets in my professional career, my collegiate career. I feel like I'm pretty much working as hard as I can and doing the most I can. And, want to just keep it going as long as I can.
That's a great resume you have, but I'm stuck on the 150 to 240.
Yeah, I came in high school, man, like 5'8", 156 pounds. I still got the freshman physical paper. My mom keeps all that stuff. So, yeah, man, I was puny, man. I was 13 years old, though. Pretty much started school early when I was a child, so I was always like pretty much a grade ahead. But yeah, I was just a late bloomer.
Yeah, for me in high school, I was a receiver. I was under recruited as well. I didn't get any Division I offers. Took the walk-on route. Finally got it after 2 years and being out of high school, didn't start college, and finally got in touch with someone at a D1 school in Florida who would give me, opportunity to walk on and play. I had to save up some money as well because I knew I had to pay tuition, but in-state tuition in Florida is about the best you're gonna get if you want to play D1 football. So I chose to go that route. Got in touch with the recruit coordinator over at FAU. Came in as a walk-on, tried out. 53 people's five of us that made the team. Ended up making the team. First day the first week of spring ball, I made it in the spring. First week of spring ball, I got switched to DB from receiver. So that was something new for me, but I just wanted a chance to compete, so I got on the team, played DB for a year, was still filling it out for about a year. I couldn't say that I liked it. Got on after my freshman year, sophomore year, I started playing a little bit more. I played in about 8 games on defense. I was pretty much a special teams player. Around the end of my sophomore year, tore my ACL as a walk-on. Didn't know how my college career was gonna go from there. Tearing my ACL, there wasn't many people I knew who had torn the ACL. This was the same year, I think 2 games before Brandon tore his. And so I tore my ACL, I rehabbed, came back from it. My junior year, a brand new head coach came in. I was real unsure about, my future there as a walk-on backup defensive back. So, but luckily the coaches there, they gave me an op. Came in spring training camp. Training camp, I performed well, and I got awarded a scholarship. From then, junior year, senior year, I started and got an opportunity in the NFL. I did my first 2 years with the Falcons. So, we're just gonna keep building from here. It was a lot of persevering and stuff I went through. So it's good, and it just all worked out, man.
And for me, I've played at the same high school as Brandon, actually. So we grew up and went to the same high school.
So you guys go way back.
Yeah, so we go way back. I was kind of in between 2 sports, football and wrestling. I ended up becoming a state champion in wrestling. A lot of people kind of thought that was like the route that I would go. But I kind of really, my heart was in football at the time. So I ended up being a high school quarterback. I got a scholarship to go to the University of Nebraska-Kearney. I think I stayed there for like maybe a year. And I transferred over to a junior college, which was Iowa Western. Switched my position from quarterback to defensive back. I stayed there for 2 years, and that team there, we won a national championship with them. It was the first in school history, which I think the school was only there for like 4 years. Went and played Division I AA college football at University of South Dakota, and I started 2 years there as well. And then I kind of went into my career at Enterprise. So.
Sherrod, it's about to be year 3, right?
Yeah.
How will you balance playing football and owning a business?
Well, like we said earlier, it's gonna be the beginning. Now, so right now we get it up to build it up as much as we can now, and so that when we step away, Chris is ready to take on all the tasks that he needs to be able to do. Being the only one here, answering phones, doing laundry, all the day-to-day things, answering emails, just all the things. So what we want to do now, me and Brandon, is help around here as much as we can, so that when we do step away, we're in a position where we can step away and the business can continue to grow.
Brandon, on your social media accounts, you can find videos and photos of yourself training. Are you still working towards getting on another NFL team?
Of course. So of course, NFL is a tricky business. One of the most competitive industries in the world. Everybody wants to be in the NFL. So just gotta work hard. For that right opportunity. Had a couple workouts, lots of phone calls. So it's pretty much out of my hands. Up to up to God's hands, and NFL owners and GM's hands. So I'm getting the calls and just staying in shape and just take it day by day, because it can happen at any minute. So other than that, I have like multiple plenty of CFL opportunities. So I don't want to sit out this year. Obviously my first love is being on the field, and the dream is the NFL. But if I don't get signed by a certain date, that me and my agent have talked about, then I'm gonna go to the CFL up in Canada and put my best foot forward and you know, hopefully just, you know, play a great couple of years and come back down to the NFL or, you know, however, you know, it may turn out. But, you know, just looking forward to getting on the field.
You look at Cameron Wake, right?
Yep, exactly. We got guys like Cameron Wake, Freddie Bishop, you know, teammate of mine at the Jets. He spent some time up in the CFL, came back down, and, you know, he's doing his thing with the Jets now. So it's just, you know, staying ready for the right opportunity and, you know, just love the game.
And earlier you said you played for the Jets, right?
Yes.
Who else?
Seattle Seahawks.
Chris, I know you said you started your career. So are you done playing football completely, or?
Yeah, I'm done. Close that chapter of my life. For me, it's more business at this point. So
You said earlier that after you're done playing football, you started working for Enterprise.
Yeah.
Was that, you know, a job that you considered something you had a passion for, or was it, you know, like a 9 to 5? Can you go into detail of that part of your life?
I think I wouldn't necessarily call it a 9 to 5. It was more of an experience for life. And when you go to school in college, you go to school and you learn about business and you learn all these tricks and trades, but you don't really have any experience. So I looked at that as an opportunity to gain business experience, management experience, and learning how to run a business. And that thing, Enterprise, gave me that opportunity. Even though I'm no longer with the company, I do appreciate them for giving me that opportunity to learn how to manage employees, learn how to grow a business. They gave me a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So I'm ready to apply that into this business and any future ventures that I plan on going into.
So all that experience you gained there is going to be very helpful.
It's going to be very helpful.
You see athletes like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Derek Jeter, and many more excelling in their own business ventures. What does that mean to you guys?
So me personally, the guy that I liked, that I've talked to personally is Richard Sherman. I talked to him in my rookie year in Seattle, and he explained to me the different businesses he owns, and many of them are franchises. And you know, it was you know, real inspiring that, you know, just talk to a guy who's successful at it, one of the best football players on the planet, and also a successful businessman. But you know, you'll never know unless you talk to him. So you know, I'm sure I've never talked to LeBron James or Derek Jeter, but you know, same things that he's going through, they're going through, and just to be successful at it, have somebody you can talk to, and you know, let you know that it is possible, and you know, just you know, it's just, you know, pretty much if you could do football and you can survive on the football field and learn all that stuff that they throw at you year in and year out, then you do just fine in the business world. Just you have to be willing to do it.
Yeah, they pretty much just confirmed that this can be done. They played sports at the highest level, were some of the best at what they did, and we're also successful in the business world. So it's inspiring, you know, to look at what they've done, and they inspire us. Probably, you know, inspired all three of us to start this and get this underway as well. So.
And as I'll kind of go back to what we were talking about earlier, I think it was just the right time and a combination of the right people with the right time. So with like Brandon kind of in between, me being done, and Sherrod still kind of can manage this on his off season, it was kind of like the perfect timing and just the right people to kind of gel together and actually get this done. So looking forward to the opportunity for sure.
What are the similarities that you guys see in running a business and playing football?
Well, me personally, I think it's competition and accountability. Like I said earlier, you know, we all, you know, we let each other know when we're slacking, and you know how we can improve on things, and you know, because it'll be times where, you know, someone, you know, just like anything, football, life, you know, maybe somebody's not feeling good, you know, you got to pick up the slack for someone, but you know that can't happen. You got to let them know, like, hey man, you know, we got to pick this up here, you know, I got to do this here, and then just the competitive nature. So we don't want to see another, you know, franchise doing better than us. You know, we want to help them, but we want to go further than them. We don't want to hold them down, but we want to elevate higher than them. So just that competitive nature, and you know, just the you know, accountability, and you know, just persevering through adversity. You know, just like we talked about earlier, sports injuries, and not, you know, getting the offers that we wanted, but you know, it can always be done if you put in the time and the work, and you know, the proof's in the pudding. It'll be there.
Yeah, just the accountability, cooperation, and the competitiveness. this is all directly related to football, and I think Brandon hit on all of them. So
Same. I think. I think you can take literally every piece of knowledge of sports and put it into business. I mean, going from whether you're studying film, that kind of relates to you learning the business and kind of what's the ins and outs of it. What the competitors are doing is what we do in football when you're watching another team. Like, what is it that they do and what is it that we can do better than them? And trying to take that and elevate our service is the same thing as like a football player trying to elevate his game to be better than the next. So it's all kind of one. Where you compete, taking accountability, and studying and just learning the field that you're in. So it all kind of correlates in one. So
Yeah, they do kind of mesh a lot.
yeah.
How will you guys handle staffing?
well, with us in this business, staffing is an ongoing process. We'll continue to be hiring. You know what I say when business say now hiring. We'll continue to be hiring. Continue to bring in people to interview. This business is a business where the retention rate for employees is real high. They come and go. It's a tough job, and it's just not for everyone. Just like any job in America is not for everyone. So we just got to find the right ones and make sure they're comfortable. Make sure they're being respected, and make sure we're managing them the right way and letting them know that they're part of a team. And it goes back to football again. But I think with those, if we manage them the right way and respect them and hit on all those things, I think we'll be fine.
Since we're talking about staffing, how can people, if they're interested in applying, where can they go?
Well, you can apply on Indeed.com. We have a ongoing hiring open application on Indeed. You can come right here to the storefront and go to marymays.com/Davy, and you can contact us that way, and we'll get you the application. But each employee, we're sending employees into people's homes, so they're properly screened and background checked and drug tested, and also just have a reliable car. So those are the most important things for our teammates. And if you fit the description, you can contact us, and we love to make you part of our team.
As an athlete, you guys experienced getting recruited at some point in your playing career. Now you guys are the ones recruiting people to work for you and pitching your service to sell. How does it feel being on the other side of the table for once when it comes to recruiting and pitching?
Feels good. I think it's an opportunity to bring the people in that you can gel with. The most, I think it says, is with us, it was kind of like it was a natural kind of bond. And so when you're interviewing people, you can kind of feel like it's just something that they want to do. If you can get a feel for them as if they like you, or if they come off as a respectful person or a very honest person, it's great to have those people around you so you can kind of control the people that you have inside the building than it is like they just took someone else's word for it. So
it's funny because you can feel the authenticity of it. You know what I'm saying? You can feel a generic answer that they just kind of, this is what I'm supposed to say, and then you can feel when someone really feels the way what they just said. They really feel that way, and that's what I think I got from it the most. Because I know sitting in front of different coaches, having meetings with coaches and stuff. They ask the question, do you love the game of football? And then you'll just give like a generic answer or something that everyone will say. Do you work hard? Yeah, I work hard. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's good to actually ask those questions and get the responses and actually know where they're coming from. Because at one point we were all doing the same thing and we were on the other side, and you can feel it. So I think that's one of the things that's pretty cool about it.
very interesting too with the paperwork side of it. It's a lot more paperwork on this side than it is on the other side. The other side is the other application. Here you go. This side is like you got to make sure everything is right for the customer. For the employees and the people that you bring in, make sure everything's up to date. So that's pretty interesting in itself. So,
do you have any tips or advice you would want to give other athletes who are entering a business?
Me personally, I would say surround yourself with people you trust, and they're gonna work hard. Like these guys, I look at them like family, like brothers. Like Shiraz said, you know, we've been through a lot. We tore ACL at the same time. We lived together a couple times in college, and out of college. Me and Chris, knowing such as high school, you know, been through a lot since, you know, we know each other since we were 13, 14 years old. Now we're 24. So, you know, and it's a fine line between, you know, business and, you know, friendship. So keep all that stuff in line. Like, obviously, you know, still friends and everything, but you still have to do things as if you didn't know each other. Like on the legal side, paperwork, and, you know, just like earlier, like we said, don't let each other slack. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, we're friends, oh well, we'll figure it out. Now you gotta, you know, do it professionally, because then that just sets the standard, and then that'll trickle down your business. So, you know, we're walking around, you know, just laughing and giggling all day, then the employees will, you know, think that's fun, and they'll start doing the same thing. So, you know, just be ready to work, and, you know, just make sure it's something that you're ready for, you know. I think if you're playing sports and you want to run a business, you'll be just fine, because you got all the tools, you got the confidence, the accountability, and, you know, the competitiveness. So it's honestly, you know, you're built for it. A lot of people will tell you that you can't do both at the same time, but, you know, like I said, you know, look up to guys like Richard Sherman, LeBron James, Derek Jeter, you know, even guys like, you know, Rick Ross, you know, just people who are doing more things at once. And, you know, that's what life's about. You know, you want to have something to get you up in the morning. Like, we wake up and, you know, we don't wake out the bed like, oh man, you know, I hate it, I gotta go in today. It's like, you know, get to be a boss today and make something happen.
For athletes, I would just say you want to go in and something that you really can find yourself enjoying. So doing the research and finding something that you can actually see yourself going into every day, because you don't want to go into something or just any type of venture where you're dreading and going because you'll lose money. You can't do it because of money. That'd be something that you really can see yourself enjoy doing. You can always build up for something, but it's always got to be something that you're interested in, something that you can see yourself actually doing on a day-to-day basis.
Okay, we've reached the end of the interview. Thank you guys for your time. Is there anything you guys would like to, you know, share that, you know, maybe I didn't ask you, or you guys would just let everyone know?
I got something real important. If you need your house clean, call 954-530-2572 in the Davie area. We'll take care of it.
That's a major plug right there.
Exactly.
And I just want to, you know, thank Clean for a Reason. It's a nonprofit organization that we teamed up with that, you know, allows us to clean the homes of women currently battling and, you know, undergoing cancer treatment. So, you know, if you have anyone you want to recommend for that, you know, any ladies, you know, who are currently going under chemotherapy or cancer treatment, you know, you can call Clean for a Reason, and, you know, they'll set it up through us so we can get out and clean that woman's home free of charge. You know, just take one less thing off her plate. And I also want to give a special shout out to FAU. So, and I hope you got the banner in the back.
Go out.
Go out.
And other than that, I mean, they think they hit on everything. Anything is possible, man. God bless.